Welcome to the 3026 Breakdown. I am your host, Jon Lee, and today I want to talk about Alexa Grasso versus Felice Herrig and the weird sexualization of MMA that seems to be happening since WME took over. So Alexa Grasso is a great prospect, right? She's Mexican. That's great for Mexican fight fans. The UFC's been looking to break into Mexico for years, since Cain Velasquez was actually relevant. And she's pretty. She's a good fighter. She's tough. She's got good striking. She beat the hell out of that girl in her debut and looked awesome. And Felice Herrig, you know, she is what she is. She's a journeywoman. She's the pretty girl who does like all the like dress ups and all the like costumes and stuff, and comes to the weigh-ins dressed like Jon Lee from Street Fighter or whatever. And, you know, she's a journeywoman. She's not a bad fighter, but she's definitely not a great fighter. She got submitted by Paige Vanzant. That basically tells you all you need to know about Felice Herrig. But it definitely seems like the new thing going forward with WME is to promote the pretty girl fights. It's almost like Foxy boxing, right? Just a couple weeks ago, we had Michelle Waterson versus Paige Vanzant, which was an entirely different fight that was also marketed on the same, like Karate Hottie versus Paige Vanzant, right? And this is really weird to me because I do not go to fighting for sexuality. Like, I do not get turned on by women when they're fighting. I don't think about them as sexual creatures. Like, I watch fighting for fighting. I'm not here for cheesecake photos of Miesha Tate in a bikini. I'm not here for, you know, the softcore porn or to make jokes about like, oh, I'd like to roll around with those girls. Like, I think that's really lame. Like, fighting should be pure. One of the things that's cool about fighting is that it's a very clear outcome. You can't just win by being the prettier girl. You have to actually be able to fight. But for some reason, and I mean, obvious reason, it's drawing in dollars and attention, the UFC is on this kick where they're going to match up the two pretty girls because it looks good in the stare down. Then we got that ridiculous dance-off between Michelle and Paige. Like, this is just getting weird, man. Like, I don't know what you're doing with this. Like, is that your intended audience? Perverts who like want to watch girls roll around and like hold on to each other? That seems like a strange thing to do. And it turns off the hardcore fans, you know? Like, there's no reason really for Alexa Grasso to fight Felice Herrig. It's an all right matchup. You know, it's a little step up in competition from the first girl, but this is obviously being put together because they're both good looking. The same way that Paige versus Michelle was obviously put together because they're good looking. And the same way that the UFC has tried to promote Ronda in these weird bikini pictures. So I just don't really get it, man. Like, I don't know who they're appealing to. Like, are there people who are like, yeah, I don't really watch MMA, but I guess if there's two chicks rolling around, I'll watch that. Like, porn is free, man. Like, I do not need porn substitutes, you know? Like, just skip the methadone and go straight to the, like, heroin, you know? Like, what are you doing? I don't get it, man. And then the other thing is, we're now overrating girls because they're pretty, right? Paige Vanzant is not a good fighter, and it took us all a really long time to realize that because she's good looking and she went on Dancing with the Stars. But this whole thing is going to get into some sort of weird beauty contest. I mean, you already heard Kayla Harrison, the judoka, talking about how she wasn't really sure she wanted to be in the UFC because it seemed like a popularity contest, right? We've seen the way Rousey was marketed, right? She was marketed, she was in the body issue. They definitely sexualized her as much as they could. Miesha Tate used to send me bikini pictures on Facebook. I know, she sent them to everyone, but let's just pretend she sent them to me. But this is a weird way of marketing yourself, and it takes away from them as fighters. Like, let's market the fighters as fighters. Alexa Grasso is an exciting prospect. I'd rather that they market her based on her actual fighting ability, or even the ethnic stuff, even the fact that she's Mexican. I'd rather they play into the Mexican warrior and typical Mexican fighter narratives than go with this pretty girls punching each other in the face thing, because it's weird, man. It was weird when they did that Ultimate Fighter season where they were like, Beauty and the Beast. Like, it's just strange. Like, I don't get it. I don't know anyone who likes it. I don't know anyone that's being drawn into the sport from doing this. It just seems like William Morris is a talent agency, right? And in Hollywood, everyone's pretty. So I think they just kind of looked at the UFC and were like, well, pretty girls are marketable, so let's take these two pretty girls and we'll match them up, and then we'll match these two pretty girls up, and then we'll have a pretty girl super fight. And that's not really good matchmaking. And I'm worried that it's going to become even more and more prevalent now that Joe Silva is no longer the matchmaker and Sean Shelby's in charge, because Sean Shelby does not have the reputation for standing up to authority that Joe Silva had. Joe Silva would tell you to go fuck yourself when you were trying to mess with his matchups. I don't know that Sean Shelby's going to do that, and I think we're going to see more and more of these matchups as we keep going, which personally just pass, man. Just miss me with all of these. Like, I'll watch this fight because I think Alexa Grasso is a good prospect and I want to bet on her at some point in the future, but man, I'm not psyched. I would be way more psyched if she had a different opponent, and I know they're going to play this up. I know that Felice Herrig is going to show up dressed in a weird, like, kayfabe costume. I know they're going to be, like, posting sexy cheesecake photos of them leading up to it. It's not going to be good, man. It just makes me feel dirty. Like, I just don't get it. They can put that on my tombstone. I just didn't get it. But William Morris, they're smarter than me, so I guess they'll keep doing what they're doing. But I, for one, am not into it, and I think it's weird to merge the idea of sexuality into fighting because they're very different, and it seems like some sort of, like, weird uber mix of sex and violence designed to just draw in young people and really turn off the hardcore fans. So hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully this is not a trend, and hopefully we see more merit-based matchmaking and promotion and less of the pretty girls getting ahead. That already happens in real life. We don't need to bring it into fighting. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this on YouTube, share it with your friends, and leave me a comment.